Welcome to the Ang Ing Ong family. And here we're going to try some words with this family because the idea is once the student understands the family sound, it's a piece of cake now for them to be able to sound out words with this family sound, just as long as they know the sound of the alphabet. It's so much longer to teach sounds individually than if they learn family sounds such as this one. And I'm going to demonstrate what I did with my son and why he advanced so quickly in his phonics. Within 4 months, he graduated as a free reader at the age of 6. This sound here is ang, ing, ong, and ung. And before class, I would go through all the different family sounds so that when it was time to read, he would have them on the wall, but he'll remember not just my voice, but also his voice, because I'll have him to repeat after me before we started class. So let's apply this sound, these sounds, to some words, shall we? Let's start with a single letter first. So before each word, I would always remind him of the sound we're dealing with. The family sound, ang, ing, ong, ung. This sound is ing, ing. And the sound of P is. Now let's blend the sound of P with ing. What do we have? King, king. Now let's try a double letter word with the ing. So this sound here is ing. The sound of th is. Now let's put with ing. What word do you think we will get? Thing, thing. Let's try another sound from the ang, ing, ong, ung family. This sound is ung, ung. The sound of S is s, s. And the sound of T is t. Now let's put these sounds together. St. And with the family of ung, it is stung, stung. Let's say it smoothly now. Stung, stung. Let's try another sound. This sound is ong, ong. And the sound of G is g, g. Now we know it's not j because I would have taught my son that when Y, I, or E comes after G, the sound of G is now j. It's a soft G. But there is no Y, I, or E after this G, so it's a kind of hard G. And we're going to blend the g with the ong, which will sound out gong, gong, gong. Let's try one more sound, shall we? This sound is ang. Ang. The sound of G, when Y, I, or E comes after G, the sound of G is J. But there is no Y, I, or E after this G, so it's a hard G. It's G, G. Now let's blend the G with the ang, shall we? What do we get? G, G, gang. So there you have it. This is just an example of one of many of the families that you could teach your students before class every day, so that when it's time to sound out words, they will have very little trouble because they would have known the alphabet and would have learned their family sounds.